How's it going? Ryan here. And today I'm going to go over the one trade that I took on SPY. I took a same day expiration, which I don't normally do, but it did result in a little over a 30% return win. So one trade and done today for me. But before we get into the trade, we're here on the daily time frame. And what a day, what a past 2 days we've had. A while back, I was looking at this structure, how we had a low here, a high, a low, or a higher low, higher high, higher low, and we had started an uptrend on the daily chart. But after putting in this lower low and then coming down and testing this swing low in this area, these 3 days, we were holding on to that level, saying that that's kind of the last resistance before we officially enter a downtrend. With the last 2 days, we just wiped out so many levels. It's just wild. Some that I had were this 444 here, excuse me, this swing low at 442.77, a level from the hourly chart, 442. You can see resistance, support at 440, nice whole number as well. This 437.4, same thing, resistance and support. Then I marked this swing low and this swing low. So this is the low before we reverse trend. Well, I suppose you could count this whole thing as a downtrend because this is a lower high than here. But temporarily before we reverse trend, this was the low. This is also a swing low, a higher low, and we broke through all that. So where'd we end up? At this swing low back here. So that's another level I was watching at 431. And then I have this 430-ish level. That was the top of this consolidation. So that's what I was watching from the daily chart. Just recent swing lows that we've had, areas that we've rallied from to see if those would give us any support. We broke through them, and we're kind of sitting at this one here. So it's a general overview. I'll go into an hourly. Let's take a look at these levels on here, as well as some mostly demand zones is what we touched today since we sold off. But from a few days back, we had these areas where we came down and reversed, and those hadn't been tested again. We haven't been in that price range. So we have a demand area from 435 to 435.2 or so. And here we have a demand zone from 433 to 433.25 or 3 or so in that range. And also those levels are those swing lows that we were looking at on a higher time frame there. So if we go into the 5-minute chart, we were super weak yesterday. We'd gapped down overnight in pre-market today, so we were continuing to show weakness. To be honest, I thought we might get a relief bounce, especially seeing that first 5-minute candle of the day. Because we had sold off so heavily yesterday, because we had gapped down even further from that, I expected us to have a little bit of relief bounce, and that was sort of my idea going in. I thought maybe we might fill this gap. I didn't think that we would rally up necessarily. I just thought off the open we might have a little bit of a recovery before continuing. We did not. So we'll take a closer look at this here. We opened above this little demand zone, this 435 to 435.18 or so. That was that swing low from a few days ago, or maybe about like a week back now. We opened up right at that level and we held it. We even pushed up initially. We sold off red. So by the end of that candle, it was a little questionable. This candle here, we broke through that. We came to this next candle where we come up and retest this previous support turned resistance and previous demand zone turned supply zone. We came up and tested again, and this is where I took my position. I took a put in this area. I took 433, or no, I took 434 puts, same day expiration on the retest. And the reason why is because we had broken through this level we're continuing to show weakness. I thought we might get a bounce. We did not. We fell right through that level right off the open. We got a confirmation on the 5-minute. That candle was beautiful. Long upper wick, sold at the bottom of the candle, or closed at the bottom of the candle. That's a really nice test of that area, and close on a 5-minute time frame. So that gave me the confidence to enter on the second retest here. And from there, we came down. I was a little hesitant whether we would find support at the pre-market low, which is this level here. We kind of bounced off it a little bit, but on this following candle, we broke through it pretty convincingly, so I held through. We came down, and as we were approaching 434, I was thinking that I would take profit once we hit 434. Reason being is it's a whole number. We kind of had this sell-off, and we hadn't had a pullback yet. And I had 434 strike. So once we hit that strike price, my contract would be in the money, theoretically. And if we hit it or go past it, it would be in the money, causing that value that premium to jump. So getting a nice return at that point. But we just so happened also to pretty much put a bottom there. So as we came down, we kind of hovered around this level. I waited on this candle close, and on this one we started bouncing around, and that's when I took profits. I don't know, maybe it was a gut feeling or something, but I had a feeling that we might get a recovery from 434, even though I didn't have that level marked. And recover we did. So we cleared up above that pre-market, cleared up back above that level, came down, tested the pre-market low, and then kind of made a series of lower highs and lower lows from there. You can see we sold off really in the power hour, last hour and a half or so of the day. Levels were not incredibly accurate today. I'm happy to get the trade that I did after seeing us break through this level, get a weakness on the retest, closing really weak, and getting another retest to enter on, as well as not getting a recovery, like a bounce from the pre-market low, which would have stopped me out there. So overall, pretty decent trade. Like I said, it returned about 32% with the same day expiration. That's something that I'm trying a bit more now, as the returns can be exponentially more than trading a few days out. So overall, pretty decent trade. Trade that off the open. Then we got into this action, and I didn't really see anything I was too interested in trading out there, so I just stuck to my one win. That's how the day played out. We're sitting on another support. We'll see if we hold it overnight. It's wild. It's wild to think, how long these 2 days of price action, gap downs and sell-offs. You figure that you'll have a bounce at some point. So just going with what the market gives me, trying to react to price action at levels, but you can see that ramp up in volume as we have just cleared through those support levels. It'll be interesting to see where we go tomorrow and coming into next week, I guess. But if you made it this far, I appreciate you. Thank you for watching. I trade live every Monday through Friday. I also have a free Discord, a small community if you're looking to learn, trade, get in a group of like-minded people. That link will be in the description of this video, so feel free to join if you're interested. Yeah, I appreciate it. Have a great day. Peace.